So today let's go back to the prequels and try to understand just what Anakin needed to do in order to achieve that rank of Master that he so desperately wanted. By the way, I just want to throw a quick shout out to my boy Uriel Poof in the background there. May you rest in peace. Now, the tricky part about this question is that there wasn't really a specific set of missions or kind of a checklist that a Jedi Knight had to participate in order to become a Master. It was more of a rank granted to those who deserved it through their way of dealing with things, how calm-minded they were, and of course, if they were at least somewhat powerful in the Force, having mastered at least some things. Now, for the example of some things that some masters could master, could be such as Obi-Wan having mastered Sorsu, the lightsaber fighting style that focused on blocking attacks. Yoda mastered almost everything while focusing heavily on meditation, and Mace Windu is probably the most well-rounded Jedi Master, even going as far as tapping into the dark side with his fighting form of Vipod. So this brings us to Anakin, the prophecy. He was powerful in both the Force and lightsaber fighting, so why wasn't he granted the rank of Master that he wanted so badly? I'll first say that Mace Windu didn't trust him one bit. We know this. One of the main canon reasons is when we got this scene right here. This was the first time the Council became aware of not just Anakin's powers, but his anger that swelled within him. When Yoda asks if he's afraid to lose his mother, Anakin roughly says, "What's that got to do with anything?" That's when they all saw and felt the anger rising within him. The fear of losing his mother was the gateway to everything later on. His vulnerability enslaved his fate into becoming Darth Vader. That was when Yoda replied with his famous line, saying that fear is the path to the dark side, and much fear he senses in him. Now, another moment of Anakin's rage was when he slaughtered the Sand People, which Yoda felt, and Mace Windu walked in on him, asking what was wrong. Windu never liked Anakin, and while Yoda was the Grand Master, Mace literally had all the power that he wanted if deemed necessary over the Academy. According to the Now Legends book, The Jedi Path, a manual for students of the Force, the rank of Jedi Master is the highest formal recognition one can achieve in the Jedi Order. It's not a requirement, nor does it really mark the end of your journey, but Jedi who have attained this rank are the fewest in membership. I'm gonna say that Anakin didn't need to become a master, just like Qui-Gon didn't, who later went on to become Yoda's master after death, teaching him how to transcend himself into the Force itself. The same was no different when it came to granting Anakin the rank of master that he so wanted. Now, the Council didn't think it seemed right to grant the highest ranking to someone who was so emotionally unbalanced, as we can see when they're first talking to Obi-Wan about training the boy. This was where Yoda said that he's very fearful of the boy's future, alluding to us that they obviously don't trust him, but also that he could be redeemed if Obi-Wan trains him right. So at the end of the day, there really wasn't anything Anakin needed to do in order to become a master.